Hi everyone, we wanted to make a little video to say a huge thank you for supporting us and sending us your donations for Ace. This is Ray, Ace's mum, and this is obviously Ace, our fantastic friend who we've been inspired to help. Ace's parents, Michael and Ray, are just two fantastic people who give Ace loads of love, loads of support, and who've become good friends of ours, and we wanted to do our best to raise money for Ace. And so Ray's going to talk a little bit about what the money that we've raised so far and the money we hope to raise in the next week or so will go towards, and also a little bit about Ace's condition. So thank you very much, Ray. So can you just tell us a little bit about the mutation that Ace has, a little bit about her epilepsy?
Yeah, sure. So Ace has a mutation on her SDNA gene, which is responsible for brain function. So one of the effects of that is seizures. She also has problems with muscle tone, balance, and various other kind of neurological things. It's only been just known about for the last 5 years, so we're still kind of learning a lot about the effects and how differently it affects other, all kids with the mutation. So yeah.
And yeah, it has been a really challenging year for you, and you've spent a lot of time in and out of hospitals and a lot of sleepless nights. But you're also doing a lot. You've raised money for research into her condition. You've also raised money for her physiotherapy, which is incredible. And we are going to be raising money for her speech and language therapy. If you could maybe just tell us a bit about that and what that money will go towards and how that's going to help Ace.
So one of the things that a lot of kids with SDNA epilepsy have trouble with is communication. A lot of the children end up being non-verbal, so they have other ways of communicating via kind of various technologies or sign language, things like that. So really, with the therapy, for us, it's kind of learning the process to help Ace communicate, because it'll be more kind of complicated than say with a typical child. So learning things like Makaton and currently, so that's a kind of sign language. I think it's just a kind of sign language basically. These are all things that we're kind of, at the moment she's at such a basic level, so we're just teaching her things like choice with toys, so getting her to understand that she can communicate via eye communication or using her hands. And once we have that kind of stepping stone, we can go on to using, say, picture cards or signs. I mean, signs, that involves some kind of coordination, which is something that she'll have trouble with. So sometimes kind of cards or visual representations can be a better way of communicating. But yeah, we're at like the very bottom, like baby steps, kind of just at the dawn of kind of her understanding that she can make a choice and she can get things by being a certain way. So, yeah.
And so you're in the first stage of that, but it is actually really expensive, which is why you need to raise money. You need to raise money every year, don't you?
Yeah, I mean it'll be an ongoing thing. I mean you're offered a kind of basic package, depending on when you live. That can kind of vary. I think the speech and language, obviously for a child of Ace's age, they're only just kind of starting to... Well, I mean, actually, there's quite a lot of complex communication, as you know, even without words. With a toddler now, they can communicate a lot. I think because there's no actual language at this point, the kind of what's on offer by the local community starts a lot later, but actually early intervention, obviously, the sooner you start these processes, the sooner you can start building on that. Yeah. So we're keen to get started as soon as possible. She can clearly kind of communicate with her eyes and how she responds to certain noises and certain interactions and humour and things like that. And we'd like to be able to build on that and get her communicating as soon as she can, really, so she can have a fuller life.
That's really exciting. And I know you wanted to say thank you and talk about some of the things that you've been really encouraged by so far. So yeah, so hopefully lots of people watch this and realise what they're putting their money towards.
Yeah, Hopefully, yes. I want to say thank you to you guys for doing it because it's such an amazing thing to do for a friend. I mean, it's like 2 weeks of completely life-changing.
Well, I don't think it is, because I think in the way every time you find something really, really tough, or you think, oh my god, I've had no sleep, it's like a really tiny example of how every day what you guys go through when you go to hospital and you sometimes don't know how long you're going to be in hospital for, or you have sleepless nights and Ace has some seizures, then you know it really, really puts it in perspective what you guys have gone through. And so it's a tiny, tiny thing that we and everyone who's donating can do to help Ace.
She's just having a seizure.
Hey.
Should we stop? It's okay. She's normally okay. She has a little bit of upset and she's fine. They're very small seizures at the moment. Yeah, you okay?
Aww.
She's okay. Yeah.
So we can say a big thank you to everyone, and yeah, and we've still got a way to meet our target, so please donate and please make suggestions of ways we can exercise and fill our 7 and a bit hours a day, and we've got 10 more days to go.
If you make it. No.